How's Grit Week going? Good, I hope. So I'm just going to pop in to let you to talk about what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks and what's going to be expected and what we can kind of look forward to and kind of get going till the end of this class. So next week we're going to start in on week 9, and week 9's checklist is quite lengthy. It's called the Expectancy Effects on the Achievement Gap, and it's heavy. This week is heavy of information, but it's such great information that I really, really want to encourage you to make sure we watch all of the videos and the PowerPoints that go along with it. It can be time consuming at sometimes, but it's great information. So if there's ever a time where you can't watch them all, please carve out the time the following week to do so. And I'm going to kind of explain that as we go along. But for next week, I want you to take especially a good look at this one. We have one of our texts is written by our own Dr. Bowman. How great is that? So, and I know you've seen enough videos of her and I've heard her speak enough times now that it's possible, like when you're reading them, you can actually hear her voice talking to you. I know I sure did when I was reading these. But week 9 is lengthy. So I'm just going to keep scrolling here towards the bottom. At the bottom of our first scroll, there's going to be a little thing that says load more, because we have more than just what our first scroll can get through. So right down here it's load more, so you will have more at the end. And then there are a couple different clips in here of different movies you may have seen before, Bad Teacher and Freedom Writers. And then we have the exit pass. So if you are looking at what can I get done this week, because I know some of you have talked to me about like this week is tough. This week is going to be a lot. This week is going to be kind of a big things going on, so you might not have time to do all that. I understand this. But if we're looking at the bigger picture, what we really need to have done is the exit pass, and then also the paper written right here, the inequitable practices. Those are the two things that are going to be graded this week. And so please make sure those are done for sure. The rest of the stuff, like I said, I would like really, really hope that you take the time to go through them in order, because it's very interesting things. And all this background information that you're receiving from these classes and all the extra PowerPoints and the videos and the stuff we're asking you to read is only going to make you a stronger teacher in the end. So it's kind of important, and important for like your background and like, you know, you becoming a stronger teacher, but also because some of this stuff is going to show up in the next quiz and the final exam. So please take time to watch it. So I'm going to scroll back up here towards my content. I told you week 9 is a long one. So then that's going to be this week right here. The next week is the effective teaching week. And this is the week we're going to be talking about the next assignment. So your next assignment is going to be the teacher observation. And I will have that link and what you need, kind of like the overview underneath this video if you kind of want to get started on that. If you don't want to get started on it now, that's totally fine, because I've heard from you that this next week is going to be a little bit difficult. Totally fine. I will link it anyway. And then the following week, the 14th through the 21st, that is going to be where we have the paper due and the quiz, just like last time. So you will have a paper that's going to be due at the end of the week, and you'll have a quiz also, and you have the entire week to do that quiz. Again, open note if you have it. You can use your readings if you have it, and it's going to be set up very similar to the quiz you've taken before. The paper should also be similar to what you've done before. Instead of the reading interview, you're going to be watching a video of a teacher teach, and you're going to be kind of going through the Danielson's framework to evaluate her teaching styles and the classroom behavior and the whole thing. So you'll definitely be able to see that kind of follow through if you're following the Daniels framework. So that week is going to be a little bit hefty as well. The following week after that is going to be Thanksgiving break, and right here we've got November 21st through December 5th. Now if you notice, this is 2 weeks. So this module we have 2 weeks to do. This is for 2 different reasons. Some students that I've talked to in the past really feel that Thanksgiving week is a great week to get caught up on things, because you may be, not have the obligations of going to classes, and maybe you're not working as much or something along those lines. You actually have the time to get this done. Other students are needing that break. They're going home. They might be traveling. They're with family, and so you're not going to be having that time to work. So you actually have 2 weeks to do the same amount of stuff that we would generally have in one module. And that's our last one. So the week of Thanksgiving, the 21st through the December 5th, is going to be our last module together. After that, the week of December 5th through the 12th, you're going to be working on your student-led seminars. That brings us to our next thing that we need to talk about. So student-led seminars, underneath the link of this video, I'm going to put the rubric again of what it's supposed to be doing, what we want you looking for, and the graph of like who is in what group. So your job between now and December 21st, so before Thanksgiving break, please get a hold of me as a group and tell me when you want to meet. And so during that time when our meeting is, we're going to go over your topic. We are going to go over the extra readings that you will have found and kind of make a game plan for what your presentation is going to look like. So the first, before you get a hold of me, you're going to have to get a hold of your classmates and whoever's in your group. And just if you guys can meet, if you're on the campus together, you can chat. If you're just email chat, you can definitely use like a Zoom or a FaceTime or whatever's easiest for you to chat about what the plan for the project's going to be. Now we are going to have to come up with 2 other articles along with the one that I had given you about the topic, and please have those kind of cemented before we meet. I mean, definitely we can have some changes that are going on, but we want to have at least a little bit of background before we meet to make your game plan. And then once we meet, and I'm hoping that's before the December or November 21st, then that way you will have those next couple weeks to kind of get together and work on your project. Your project is going to be graded as a whole and also as each individual, how much you're contributing to each part of the project, and that will be judged on I cannot grade that part of it because I don't know, so your classmates and your teammates are going to be helping us out with that. I'll also put that link, like I said, in the below this video, so you'll have links to that as well. So recap, it's going to be next couple of weeks are going to be tough. It's pretty heavy. There's going to be heavy things going on. We have another paper that's due. You will have a group project that you'll be working on, and we also have another quiz. So if you have any questions at all, please don't feel, please call or talk to me. My email is the easiest way to get to me, or through D2L is another easy way to get to me. My main email is andersona@mylcc.edu, and I have truly appreciate those who have reached out, and I know there's a lot of life things happening right now and some big changes in some of our lives, and so I understand that. I would much rather have us take this at a slower pace than to not be able to finish it all. So please keep me aware of what's happening, and we'll try and do the best we can to get through this together. So if you have any questions about the next couple weeks, let me know. If not, I will put that link to the bottom, those links that I've talked about underneath this video. All right, thanks.